In a quiet village nestled between rolling hills and thick forests, there lived a poor but kind farmer named Abinah. He had no family, no wife, and no child, only a heart that overflowed with compassion. Whatever little he had, he shared. Hungry travelers, sick villagers, even strangers, he gave his food, his time, and sometimes his last call. One dry afternoon, Abinah was returning from his small farm, carrying the last tuber of yam he had harvested. As he walked the dusty path, he saw a filthy, rough-looking beggar slumped by the roadside. The man looked half-starved, his eyes sunken, his clothes in rags. Abinah didn't hesitate. He stopped, broke the yam in half, and offered it to the beggar. "Eat, my brother. It's not much, but it's all I have." The beggar chewed slowly, watching Abinah with strange, knowing eyes. As Abinah turned to leave, the beggar spoke in a deep, echoing voice.
"You have a good heart, but your destiny is fixed. You cannot have both riches and children. You must choose, a life of wealth and no offspring, or a life of children and no riches."
If I can help more people with riches, then let me be rich. Even if I die without a child, let my kindness live on.
The beggar smiled, and his form shimmered slightly, his ragged appearance fading for just a moment to reveal something ancient and powerful beneath.
"Go, continue in your kindness," he said. "Your riches will come soon. But remember, no child shall ever call you father."
With that, the beggar vanished. Months passed. Abinah continued to give, not expecting anything in return. One day, a merchant he had once helped returned to the village and offered him a partnership. Some years later, Abinah has become a wealthy man. His estate stretched across cities, his name opened doors, and his bank account had no end. Despite that he knows he is not going to have any child, he married 3 wives, Aisha, Ngozi and Ronki. Each of them lived in luxury, pampered with the finest things money could buy. But deep within, Abinah was restless. He often sat alone in his grand study and wondered, do they love me? Or just my wealth? He spoke often to his close friend and lawyer, Mr. Alani. "The woman who truly loves me," he would say, "deserves everything. But how do I know who that is?" All 3 wives always assured him, "We love you, not your riches." But words were not enough for Abinah. He needed proof, so he devised a plan. One evening, he summoned Mr. Alani and his doctor friend to stage a believable but quiet report. Abinah was terminally ill and had only days left to live. The news was kept from the public, but his wives were informed. That's when the true characters began to show. Ngozi began making secret visits to her family home. She asked her brothers for advice on investments and hinted that she might soon be managing a large estate. "I need to be ready," she said. He wouldn't want everything to collapse, would he? Ronki, the second wife, who had always been outspoken and stylish, started going out more. She updated her wardrobe, hosted friends, and was overheard saying, "I'm still young. I'll move on. This house will be mine anyway." Aisha, the first wife, was different. She refused to leave Abinah's bedside. She read to him, cooked his meals herself, and prayed beside him through the nights. "Even if you lose everything, I'll still be here. I didn't marry your money," she whispered once as he pretended to sleep. After a week, Abinah gathered them all in his living room. He stood, strong and healthy. Shock filled the room.
"I'm not dying,"
he said calmly.
"I only wanted to see who truly loves me. When I chose riches over children, I did it so that I could use my riches to enrich the needy around me. Truly, if I had chosen children, my children may be rich, but what if they decide to spend their money on unnecessary things of the world, just like Ngozi and Ronke? And I know God will not reward me for the number of children I have, but may reward me for the good I was able to do to the needy around me. And as time goes on, I think of who can continue using my wealth the same way I wish if I am no more. Then I decided to see the true color. As you can all see, the only person that passed this test of love is Aisha, and she shall remain my only loving wife as from now on."
The silence was loud. Ngozi looked sad. Ronki swallowed hard. And Aisha speaks out of happiness.
"My happiness today is not because I happen to be the chosen one, but for the fact that our dear husband is very healthy and agile.